Hi everyone, this is Vic. I'm back again on another live fragrance review. And today we are going to do vintage and current version comparison between the two great fragrances from the house of Guerlain that are heritage. And I really hope that this fragrance is one of your favorite, as it is one of my favorite fragrances. Heritage of Guerlain was released in 1992. Here you have the vintage version, and here we have the current version. And hello, Dushan, how are you? I hope you are doing fine. We are doing a vintage and current version live fragrance review, and I want to talk about this fragrance since long time because there are lots of issue about the current and the vintage version, and we have to find out the reasons. And I'm going to take a lot of time if it's necessary to develop my topic. I don't know if you are familiar with the heritage of Guerlain. To me, is one of the masterpieces from the House of Guerlain, and no doubt about it. This is a fragrance that was released in 1992, and the perfumer was the master perfumer Jean Paul Guerlain himself. So I would like to give you the notes. The top notes are lavender, aldehyde, juniper berries, clary sage, bergamot, lemon, violet, green notes, and petitgrain. Uh, then you have the heart notes are patchouli, coriander, geranium, pepper, carnation, balsam fir, rose, pink pepper, orris roots, jasmine, cyclamen, and lily of the valley. Base notes are sandalwood, amber, oakmoss, cedar, and musk. And the main accords are woody, aromatic, fresh and spicy, warm and spicy. The vintage, I also have Rojas, yeah, of the day, perfect. Bois de Zil. Well, Bois de Zil, bravo if you have it. Fantastic. And main accords, very hard to get, are woody, aromatic, fresh and spicy, warm and spicy, powdery, patchouli, earthy, lavender, and floral. Those are the notes. And I will also give you the Eau De Parfum current version, which is the bottle you see next to the vintage version. And this one is little more complex for some and for some not. Top notes are lavender, juniper berries, also aldehyde, clary sage, bergamot, lemon. Green notes, violet and petitgrain. Heart notes are patchouli, carnation, balsam fir, orris roots, coriander, pepper, pink pepper, geranium, rose, and jasmine, lily of the valley, and cyclamen. Base notes are amber, sandalwood, oakmoss, musk, and cedar. Almost the same. There is no big deal difference between. Hi everyone. I hope you are doing fine. There is no big deal difference between the formulation of the eau de toilette and the eau de parfum, but it's not that easy because this fragrance it's has been more complex than this before. The vintage version here, it's a lot more richer than the current version of Eau de Parfum here. I just tested side by side, and I tested on my the vintage version Eau de Toilette on my left arm, wrist, and here. I also tested the current version of Eau de Parfum on my right wrist, and Definitely, the vintage is more potent, much more richer, and more lasting than the current version, Eau de Parfum version. Because, we didn't need even to get the Eau de Parfum at that time. I know that both were released on the same year. Guerlain released the Eau de Toilette Heritage in 1992, and they released also the Eau de Parfum version in 1992. But really, the Eau de Toilette version was really enough, and we didn't need to get the Eau de Parfum version. Today, the Eau de Toilette version has been totally watered down, so I don't advise you to even buy the Eau de Toilette version. I really advise you to get the Eau de Parfum version, but even the Eau de Parfum version is not that great because doesn't last a lot on my skin, and very fast it becomes a kind of skin scent, and there is no projection, there is no scent siege, there is no scent bubble around you. With the vintage version, I get that, but with the current version, I don't get that. I will say it's almost the same formula, but there is no depth, there is no potency, there is no richness with the current version. And totally has been watered down, totally has been reformulated, not for the good, but for the very bad side of the quart. And very sad because this fragrance, its name is Heritage. This is a heritage of Guerlain, and funny thing happened in spring because Guerlain, the House of Guerlain, they released the Parfum version of Abbey Rouge. They released the Parfum version of Vetiver. They released even the Parfum version of Omidal, but they haven't released the Parfum version of Heritage. I wondered myself if they are not going to discontinue completely this fragrance. I was a little puzzled because this is one of the pillar of the House of Guerlain. Already they have discontinued Derby, they have discontinued Mouchoir de Monsieur, they have discontinued Coriolan. I hope they are not going to discontinue Heritage because Heritage is one of those fantastic fragrances created by Jean Paul Guerlain that they are now almost, we can say, a timeless classic and from the past century. And really, we have the House of Guerlain should cherish this fragrance instead of releasing those rubbishes such as, I don't know, Omidal or Patchouli Paris or stuff like that. They are meaningless. This is a fragrance was crafted by Jean Paul Guerlain. This is a heritage of the House of Guerlain, and really it's classy. It's uh, any gentleman should have it in his own wardrobe, and I'm very puzzled that why they are doing that with the creations of the master perfumer Jean Paul Guerlain, because Jean Paul Guerlain, this is a Jean Paul Guerlain legacy, guys. You are destroying. I'm telling you, I tested today the Eau de Parfum current version and the Eau de Toilette vintage version side by side. This one lasted less than an hour, and this one is still on my wrist after 5 or 6 hours. So how is possible that the Eau de Parfum be weaker than Eau de Toilette? This is something absurd, and I really wanted to make the things clear that many complain about the vintage, about the current version, and I wanted to make everything clear that that is true. The current version is totally a weak profiled fragrance of what heritage used to be. So, of course, it's very hard to get the vintage version. It's very expensive to find a vintage version. But I hope that this wonderful fragrance will soon be available in the Parfum version because the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum is totally a weak fragrance. And really, it's unworthy of the House of Guerlain to destroy his own masterpieces, because this is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the best patchouli I ever smelled. And this is, I really mean it because I love this. And I also love the original Givenchy Gentleman. And also, I love the vintage Hugo Boss 1. Those are the greatest patchouli ever been made. And a modern era of fragrances. And I really hope that the House of Guerlain will not discontinue Heritage, and they will going to release the Parfum version because it really deserves to have its own Parfum version. We are ready to pay the price for it because it's already not a cheap fragrance. This is around $140. And okay, if it's $140, I'm ready to pay even $200 to get the Parfum version. Bus number one is great. Honey scent. Exactly. Bus number one is great, but number one scent profile has been really, really, I'm not going to say it's a clone, but has been much inspired by the original Givenchy Gentleman, 1974. Heritage is a masterpiece. Heritage is a fragrance that any gentleman, any classy dude should have in his own wardrobe, because once you wear this, you wear a nice suit with a tie. It's perfect for the evening outing. It's perfect for date. It's perfect for business meeting. It's perfect for any moment of the day. This could be your signature scent. I really mean it. This could be a signature scent because it's a masterpiece. To be very honest with you, I prefer Heritage to Abbey Rouge. This is my choice. Of course, the best was Derby. Derby was the master of all the male fragrances of the House of Guerlain. Number two for me is Heritage. And number three, maybe it's Abbey Rouge and Vetiver. Then the list goes on. But unfortunately, I think the House of Guerlain, they are not really keen to keep the legacy of Jean Paul Guerlain. Because Thierry Vasser, he's a mediocre fragrance maker, and now he is not even anymore in charge. It's the Delphine Gelk. Who is Delphine Gelk? Delphine Gelk, she's just a novice in the world of the perfumes. How can you give the command of a most prestigious French house to a novice perfumer? This house deserves to have a great master perfumer at the top of the hill. They really deserve to have a master perfumer like Dominique Roupion, like Pierre Bourdon, like also Nathalie Lorson, like Annick Minardo. Those are the people who can really, really bring something great to the prestigious House of Guerlain. Otherwise, the House of Guerlain will be a second class and won't be a premium house anymore. So this is my shout out about the problem we have with the Guerlain house, because they don't care about their pillars and their new releases are just very average, and even they are unworthy to be named Guerlain fragrances. I really mean that because I am a big lover of the vintage fragrances. I'm a big lover of the Guerlain fragrances, and unfortunately, I don't find my game anymore with the new releases from the House of Guerlain. And unfortunately, their pillar fragrances, such as Heritage, has been completely modified, and they are not the same they used to be, unfortunately. So that's it, my friends. I don't know what is your opinion. Thanks, Dushan, for being here. Always appreciate to read your comments. Thanks to everyone for being faithful to this channel. As you know, we reached 8K. 8K for me is a milestone because I started from zero. This is not a sponsorized channel. This is only a channel that is run by me for my own passion, and I just want to share my passion with you. I'm a vintage lover, and all the vintage lovers are the most welcome here. I really try to give you my personal choices, my personal fragrances. All the fragrances I buy from my own money. I never get a free sample. I never get a free fragrance. This is against my personal policy. So this is my shout out. The current version of Heritage by the House of Guerlain is not the same it used to be. Has been watered down, has been toned down, and unfortunately, I don't find my match anymore. The vintage is the winner, and the current is the loser. Sorry, folks, that's the sour truth. And I hope that the House of Guerlain will come up with the Parfum version because it really deserves that Heritage have a Parfum version, be more potent, stronger, and more richer. We need to have that aroma with the spices, with the leather, with all those aromas again back inside that bottle. Here for the moment, this bottle is a Vic Boy, and the big winner is the vintage version. Okay, guys, have a great time. Talk to you very soon, and I hope that you enjoy this live. Drop a comment. I'll be glad to read your comments and always reply to your comments. And also, I wish you have a great day. I'll be back soon. Stay fragrant. Don't follow the hype because the hype might fool you. And until we talk again, God bless you all. And also, God bless Jean Paul Guerlain. Cheerio. Bye-bye.